Mr. Speaker, he has addressed the press by saying that the tidal waves destroyed 51 houses and displaced over 300. Yes, we have heard that Mr. President has visited the people, but Mr. Speaker, this thing goes beyond blankets, mattresses, and food.
So, Honourable Minority Leader.
Yes, please.
The points that you are raising, do you want it to find expression in the business statement?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker.
Other than that, you would allow me to adopt the business statement so that you can raise it as a matter of public importance.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, not to challenge you, I'm only expressing a view. Normally, the practice, as I've come to know, is that it's an opportunity for us to raise these. Then, if the leader of government business finds it worthy of considering, and based on your directive, then the business statement gets amended. But if you rule it out, then we leave it as it is.
I would want to give you the opportunity to raise it as a matter of
one?
Yes.
Okay, then I will drop it and move to the next one.
After the business statement is adopted,
Mr. Speaker, I will oblige you. I will yield to that directive.
Yes.
So I will drop that point 2.
Yes.
And then move to my point 3.
That is so.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, the point 3 has to do with a statement by a colleague of this House. And I would implore the leader of government business to again ferry these to the Minister of Finance to properly put this matter in context. Mr. Speaker, because it's a major matter. This is what Honorable Ampim has been telling the media, that he told the TV, Channel 1 TV and City News, that the government is going to reintroduce an alternative way to generate funds through a certain gap the government has identified in VAT. Meanwhile, the government is going to scrap the e-levy and betting tax. Mr. Speaker, he is not in charge of fiscal policy, but this is out there. We want the leader of government business to get the finance minister to clarify this matter. Ghanaians are not ready for new taxes whilst they were in opposition. The leader of government business to invite the Attorney General to brief us on his directive to state investigative agencies to arrest people. Mr. Speaker, the Attorney General himself granted an interview here to say that he authorized the arrest of Professor Ameyokunfi. I've read Article 88 of the Constitution. The learned Attorney General does not have that power to order an arrest. His power has to do under Article 88(3). The Attorney General shall be responsible for initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offences. So, Mr. Speaker, this is very important. We earlier heard about Noli Prosequi that he said he took the decision without the president even knowing. Now he says that he is directed the NIB to arrest Professor Ameyokunfi. He himself said that to the press. Mr. Speaker, it is important that the respected Attorney General is brought before the House to address this all-important matter next week, because it is sending shivers down the spines of Ghanaians. That what is the position of our law, and it's the Attorney General arrogating certain powers to himself outside of the Constitution. So I want him to put this matter to a peaceful rest. My final point,
Honorable Minority Leader, how is the criminal proceedings initiated?
Very well. Mr. Speaker, per our laws, criminal proceedings in our courts, it starts with a state investigation authority. So in this case, we have the CID, we have the BNI, they are all under the Minister of Interior. These bodies that have the power to investigate, including FIC, including other institutions of state who have been given the power, investigate. Mr. Speaker, even if you come to the special prosecutor, our law granted him that independence, although he took his powers from the Article 88, but he doesn't report to the AG. So, Mr. Speaker, to hear that the AG says he has authorized the arrest for purposes of investigation makes one curious. And if he comes here, he can clarify. The fact that prosecution starts with investigation does not mean that the Attorney General is responsible for investigation, because investigation would have to be completed and the docket ferried to his office. It is at that point that as AG, he will now be seized with the matter, look at it whether or not it is prosecutable. But for the AG to order investigation, Mr. Speaker, I'm still learning. I am still learning. So I would put that across. The learned leader of government business can take it up. If he comes here and he says that by the constitutional powers he has, he can order investigation and direct the states to arrest people, let the record say so. But for now, I am curious, and I think he doesn't have those powers. But it's for him to come here and clarify. Mr. Speaker, my last point. I would want the leader of government business to get the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources to update this House on steps he's taking on this Galamsey issue, because he came to the House to make a statement about this Galamsey challenges. Mr. Speaker, we are hearing from the media that NDC party executives are mobilizing to frustrate the task force. He should come and update us how far he has dealt with this matter, because for now, and they are still destroying. He should program to come to this House to update the House on the state, because, Mr. Speaker, out of hand when they even blocked the Dunkwa offering the task force to cross, and there was confrontation. Mr. Speaker, I believe that these matters can properly be addressed by the minister if he is brought to this House, so that since it's within his purview, he would be able to address us on same. Mr. Speaker, I rest my case and leave it for leader of government business to address, and then we make progress. Thank you so much indeed.
Mr. Speaker, the minority leader was at business committee meeting. He was at business committee meeting, and we discussed the agenda. You could have raised matters that you wanted to raise to be captured in the programming of the work of the business committee in the ensuing week. Nevertheless, the issues that you have raised, there are no matters that you are incapable of raising through the various media provided by our standing orders. Standing orders are clear. You can ask a question of the minister. If you ask a question of the minister will come here and provide the answers. You can make a statement on any of the matters. I don't see how the business committee will, based on your commentary that you have run, summon ministers to come and provide the information, summon ministers to come and provide the information that you have requested. I think that we must avoid preferring to use media platforms to do our work when the rules are clear on how we should do the work. Let's take the issues one after the other. What the Deputy Minister nominee said is not a matter in relation to which this House should summon him to come and answer. He has been nominated to go to the Ministry of Finance, and he has granted an interview and given some indications regarding government strategy, which will be in the budget. And the budget statement will be presented to us on Tuesday. So just bid your time. On Tuesday, you will hear exactly the details of what he meant. I know what he meant. I know, because I'm just coming from a cabinet meeting. I know what he's alluding to. On Tuesday, when he comes, when the Minister for Finance comes here, he will tell you exactly what the details of what the deputy nominee is alluding to. On the issue of the AG, Mr. Speaker, my junior, who has been a serious practitioner, and I commend him because he spends a lot of time practicing, knows that YOCO, the main investigative body for economic and financial crimes, sits under the aegis of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. So he can direct them to conduct investigations. He can direct them to conduct investigations. And when they conduct investigations and it is obvious that a crime is suspected to have been committed, he can direct that the person should be arrested. Except, of course, that those who go to effect the arrest must comply with the criminal procedure, code. That's all. At the time of effecting the arrest, did they or did they not comply with the criminal procedure code? Whoever directed the arrest, in fact, an ordinary citizen can direct arrest. I can go to the police station and report that I suspect that the former minister has committed an offense, he has committed a crime, and I have the evidence that he should be arrested. And if the police listen to me and see in my statement some basis for going to arrest him, they can go and arrest him. Of course, when he's arrested, he is also entitled to all his constitutional rights at the time of being arrested and subsequent to being arrested. So I'm surprised that you will be bringing this up today. If you have an issue, please ask a question of the minister and he will come and then he will respond. And as for the issue of the tidal waves, again, you can ask a question. You can ask a question of the Minister for Works and Housing, exactly what measures he is taking to deal with the matter long term. But you watch television, you listen to the news, and the President gave clear directives regarding resolving the matter, and your side refused to attend. Now you are saying that the minister should come and tell us what he is doing. He told us at the conference what he will be doing. He told us. And he didn't come. So how would you know what he is going to do? How would you know what he is going to do and what we all agreed to do as members of Parliament to assist the minister? So please, if you want to ask the minister a question so that he will come to the floor and answer, you can do so. But don't use the Friday discussion of business statements to introduce new matter all the time and convert it into a platform for making statements when you know clearly what the rules are. Mr. Speaker, he knows what to do, and I believe that he will be properly guided.
Honourable Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Day in, day out, we learn of new precedents. and is good for Hansard under the Ayariga leadership. Mr. Speaker, I don't raise lame arguments. I always come fortified. Mr. Speaker, the issues are raised. Were all issues within the rules. If you read Order 91.1, Order 91.1, our rules provide, quote, the speaker may make a statement on any matter of interest to the House. Mr. Speaker, apart from the speaker hearing a matter and raising this to the House, a member may draw Mr. Speaker's attention to enable Mr. Speaker make a statement and make directives. Mr. Speaker, therefore, it is not only the tools of questions and statements that a member is limited to, but to bring also matters to your attention to make directive. The majority leader is aware that speakers after speakers have ruled on this issue of business statement. It is at large. I remember Honorable Chairman Sabonsu objected to business statement being a platform for members raising issues generally. He raised them under Okwe, he raised them under Bagwe. But on all of these occasions, the speakers ruled that no, these are important matters that the majority leader would have to take on board. So, Mr. Speaker, I am simply saying that what the Attorney General said, it was in respect of NIB, National Investigation Bureau. I was not talking about Yoko. That is why I didn't cite Yoko. I was being specific. But if as a member of parliament, I cannot bring a matter up for the leader to ferry same to the minister to make a statement on, then how else am I supposed to express my
Honorable Minority Leader, he made a statement which we should take seriously. That you are a member of the business committee, and some of the matters that you are raising, you have the platform to address those issues at a business committee, and then it will translate into the business statement before the House.
No, Mr. Speaker, that he is right, but in context, if I am a member of the committee and issues come up after the committee meeting, the right place to raise this issue is the House floor. But I've heard him. He knows that members are not limited. He knows it. Except that, majority leader, you are to pay attention to me. You know that members are not limited. So you cannot now claim that today, when you were the de facto legal advisor, should I bring your hands up? Should I? Today, majority leader, you say that we are limited, we shouldn't raise issues. When you were the de facto legal advisor, in the middle bench, you raised several issues and you wanted the business committee to take them on board. What has changed? Mr. Speaker, I've raised them. It's for him to take them up. I rest my case.
Honourable members, the business statement for the 9-week ending 14th March 2025 as presented is hereby adopted. Honourable members, let me once again acknowledge the presence of Coalition for Youth Development in Ochimai, led by Honourable Akroma Yabua. You are welcome. You presented a petition. The clerk has received it for and on behalf of the Speaker of Parliament. Accordingly, issues contained in the petition will be addressed. Thank you for coming. Honorable members, we also have
Mr. Speaker.
students from Rich Jane Educational Complex, led by Stephen Sashi, head of department. They are from Kantamanso constituency, and they are 60 in number. Honourable members, order. Honourable members, order. Honourable members, don't worry, I'm taking note of every behavior. Honourable Ahmed, are you on your feet? Very well. Honourable members, by the business statement today, the Minister for Foreign Affairs has been rescheduled for next week. Questions accordingly has also been rescheduled.